Hello, everybody, and welcome back to.
Well, we've never done this. We have never done this. I actually recorded something like this, something similar to what we're going to do later, but I never posted it because as much it was kind of just more me rambling, and as much as I'm fine with me rambling stuff, I don't think it was good enough. Actually one thing I would say, we don't post as much because I still think we're in a good position where we don't need to post anything. I just want to post things that we want to post. Also, yes, I did make this tier list: S, A, B, C, D, and then F. Fuck E. I just want to make that clear. So, Andrew, do you know what we're doing?
We're going to do a really interesting video that, we'll have fun with. I can't think of something funny to say.
That I know that only you and I will care about.
Hey, you never know.
That'd be great. If this is what blew up, it's not going to be. But if was what blew up, that'd be great.
It sounds like a lot of, pessimism.
Yeah, I know. So, we are big fans of Yagayo.
I was going to say Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, Yogi Berra. That's a fucking mad sketch. So now I'm mad at myself. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. So we enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Up to Zexal, I'd say.
Yeah. I think we can both say Yu-Gi-Oh! The original. It's great.
Fantastic.
Unforgettable.
GX, our favorite.
Our favorite.
We love it.
Yeah.
5Ds, I super like.
I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it, but
and Zexal is fine.
Zexal is pretty good. It's okay.
I don't know if I'd say that as much as I'd say it's acceptable.
It's better than Arc 5.
And you'll notice, we stop after Zexal.
Yes, I just thought to myself, we don't have Arc 5 in here. So yeah, Arc 5, William, you haven't seen that, have you?
We watched that first,
the first, 2 episodes.
Oh my god, it's one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
I'm gonna watch at some point, but probably go sub, because the dubbed, half the voices,
they're awful.
Couldn't. Like,
they're
coach.
so bad.
Do you want to do the impression?
Okay, how about this? Let's start doing this. Let's actually explain. So, these are all the boss ace monsters from the, we said the main characters of the series, the villains, and the rivals.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna start with...
Should we start with, go from early to later?
Well, no, we're just gonna go in order of what's right there, and I'm gonna tell you this now, because we have no idea what it was. We couldn't even recognize it from the art.
Yeah, it's Shark's Big Boy. Again, I haven't seen Zexal in a long while, so I forget half of what Shark's things do.
Yeah, and even then, I remember using the card, and it's fine. Like, I've used the card in the game, and it's just whatever, you know? But yeah, it's kind of just, it's got to go down there because we don't even remember it much, and, like, the thing about Shark is I really struggled with what to put him for.
Yeah.
Because Shark has a lot of good cards, but, like, none of them that you remember.
Yeah.
He had,
He had that Shark XYZ monster.
He sure did.
And then the other Shark XYZ monster.
But, whatever. And do we even need to argue this?
Yeah, solid D tier.
Don't you. That's disrespectful he's S tier.
Yeah,
like
we can say
putting aside any of your feelings of like, oh, actual like he's S tier because he is just, when somebody doesn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, they know Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
and you can just say Blue Eyes, and it's so it's such a touchstone for the series, and it's like the best ambassador for it.
Yeah, I'd say people know Blue Eyes better than they do Dark Magician.
Yeah, probably.
That's just my personal standpoint. So Blue Eyes, solid S tier, and let's move on. Ooh,
this is where we're going to disagree.
Oh man,
let me ask you where you want to put it. Where do you want to put him?
So Cyber End Dragon, really not a great card anymore, but it's so cool. I'd put him at either low A or high B. I wouldn't go S tier because it doesn't have the same flair as
it's funny
Blue
to me.
Eyes.
It's funny to me because he's like B or C for me.
Yeah, you want to just go middle, meet in the middle, go B?
Yeah, if I were to go, because he's just he's interesting for like, I don't know. Also, like, Zane doesn't use him much. Honestly,
that
is true. He has iconic moments, but like the only other time that he uses it, like he loses.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it's as cool as his design and everything is. When I think Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't remember him much, honestly.
That's fair.
And then okay, so again, another one of these that is going.
Yeah, it's.
But where? Because like as we said, like I feel like you could say Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, and somebody who vaguely remembers Yu-Gi-Oh would know.
People would know Blue Eyes before Dark Magician, I think, so that's why I think he'd go beneath Blue Eyes. Now, I like Dark Magician more because that's just my personal preference, but for people looking at, like, what's a cooler monster, you have either an indestructible Dragon of Destruction or Mage Man from D&D.
But can I also bring this up? Like, just how many people cosplay as him? And let me say this, because... Like, I don't know, like, as much as I like Blue Eyes, I think the design for Dark Magician is, so, like, it's so subtly good because you can do so much with it, and that's why, like, there's so many cards around it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, he always felt like a character.
Yeah.
And, like, by the end of the series, you find out that he has a character. But even when he was just Yugi's best monster, like the episode where he walks around in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Where he's just like has that stoic walk.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And then when you see the duel with him versus Arcana, and you see the
two Dark Magicians, because it's the same monster, but definitely not the same person.
Yeah, yeah.
That is really cool.
It's like the card reflecting the master. So that's why, like, I struggle with this because, like, I feel like Blue Eyes. More people know Blue Eyes, and I think that's just irrefutable because it's kind of ridiculous. The Blue Eyes White Dragon, but you know.
You know what? You brought up a good point. He really does have his own character and flair. I'd put him above Blue Eyes in that case.
Yeah, okay. Move on.
Elemental Hero Flame Wingman.
He is so cool, and we like him so much.
He's a hot monster.
But here's the thing. He gets abandoned.
He does get abandoned.
He gets straight up abandoned.
It hurts so much.
And even then, for as much as I love him, and as cool as his power is potentially, I don't remember it being used after, like
10 duels.
Like 10 episodes, even.
Yeah.
He's completely gone.
Yeah.
The last time I remember him being significant was in the duel against Wheeler the Monkey.
Oh.
And that's because he died.
Yeah.
And then the only time his card comes back is when he's evil. When he's Evil Hero.
Yeah.
So, I think he's cool. The design alone is amazing.
Better
that
than
makes me want to put him in A tier. I don't think he should go in C tier. And that's why I think B tier is like the ones that we like, but ultimately kind of
things that we won't go higher or lower with.
Yeah. You
want to say B?
I think B, but then where should we put him in regards to Cyber Dragon? Before or after?
I'm gonna say below.
See, I'm gonna say higher.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Wait, can we just make our cases real quick?
Sure.
I'll make mine and you go. More iconic moments, just purely from that. Like, there's a card based on it. There's 2 cards.
Right. My counter argument, Cyber End Dragon, he has many cards that just build up to him. Because you get Cyber Dragon, Cyber Twin Dragon, Cyber End Dragon, and then, all the other Cyber Dragon monsters. Because, like, I know, like, Flame Wingman is a fusion monster of 2 heroes, but Cyber End Dragon is just this big feeling like, oh, all these normally strong dragons came together to make one End Dragon.
Okay, I'll say this about Flame Wingman. He kind of did set the stage for what GX was.
That is true.
He was just like, oh, fusion's going to be a more important thing, and it's got a bit more flair and style. I will say this, Cyber Dragon's probably better of a card, at least, especially in, like, the regards to the series.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep him below?
Personally, yes.
Or then we'll go with that then. Okay. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Now, this is Kite's ace monster from Zexal. Zexal, two like rivals. It was... I didn't mind it.
Can I do this real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Because, again, maybe it's to the point that we just don't like Zexal as much. But I also just think, like, I don't know, like, there's no character to them to me.
Yeah.
Like, every other...
It was just Blue Eyes clone.
Like, I think after B, honestly, that's where I go, is there much character to them?
Yeah.
And it's like, we haven't put anything in A, but anything that goes in A, that has personality.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are like, ooh. But then these guys have just been like, ugh.
Yeah.
I put him in F tier because I don't even fucking remember him. But, like, Photon has the potential for character and coolness. None happens to be there.
Yeah, like, the Photon, like, whole archetype is pretty cool. But, like, the Ace monster, it just gets outclassed by other monsters in its own archetype, which is kind of sad.
Then moving on, we have Heart Earth, which has one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Yeah.
This was Dr. Faker's card.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it?
And, like, now, I saw the duel, I saw nearly all of his Exalt. I could not remember this card.
Could not for my life.
Dude, I couldn't remember this, so I'd say D or F.
Maybe it's just because I want to fill out D a little bit. But it's just, maybe it's just the name itself, and I know it's not a bad card.
Heart,
and
Earth.
And the thing that sucks is it's like he kind of has the terrible thing of like the most boss monsters is he's just not, he doesn't have much of a character aside from being intimidating.
Yeah.
But at least he's slightly intimidating when you finally fucking see him.
Yeah, I definitely put him above Shark's big boy.
So I'm gonna put him in D tier.
That sounds fair.
Okay, Junk Warrior. Can I argue this? A.
B.
No, see, because B, like, those cards, while good, and when using them were cool, got straight up abandoned. He was used consistently. And he always did a good thing. He died every time. He was a starter monster. But whenever he did, it was like, because the other guy was starting to beat Yusei, and Yusei needed a quick way to get leg up on him. I don't think he ever got really abandoned in the series.
He didn't, and it is fair. I can see why you want to go A, but he just didn't seem like Final Boy material for me. Like,
oh, he was never Final Boy.
Yeah, that's the thing though. For an ace monster, you don't want a combo piece. You want a Final Boy.
Yeah, but like if we're just looking at like cool and like which ones we like, I would make the argument that, like at least when he came out and did he's the I would say this. He deserves to be above Flame Wingman no matter what. Because he started out as Flame Wingman, but then he just kept being used.
Yeah.
And he was used in combos as it went on. Sure, he would usually die, but a lot of these guys usually die.
That's also true.
Because it's supposed to show
Except
dramatics.
Cyber Dragon, but look where he is.
Yeah, but that's because he was like used sparingly. And remember, he did die against... He died hardcore against Aster Phoenix. And he was embarrassed.
Was that End Dragon or Twin Dragon?
It's same really. Like when you.
They are two completely different monsters.
Yeah, but like when you think of one, you think of the other.
I know what you mean.
And Twin is really just an adaptation of and arguably a better card.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sucks.
Yeah.
Because, okay. Mid change, can we point out that Flame Wingman better than the sum of his parts, and he does have the ability to trade up. Cyber End Dragon does not have the ability to trade up, and in fact, it's arguable if his less powerful quote-unquote version is better than him.
I would say Cyber End Dragon has better change-up viability, though, going up with the XYZ plays.
Yeah, but remember the deck that you made. Your killer in it was Twin Dragon. It wasn't End Dragon.
That's true. Okay. Let's
point this out.
Let's change the lineup later. Let's just get through the normal ones first, and then you can come back.
No,
and be
but I just want
Dragon.
I want my last point to be there though, is that you know how Zane's whole thing was teaching his little brother how to use Power Bond.
Mm-hmm.
What card did you use in that combo with Twin Dragon?
Well, if I could get into End Dragon, I'd go End Dragon.
But
sometimes.
You couldn't. But then the point is like he could attack multiple times.
Get Twin Dragon, yeah,
and can attack multiple times.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, if you want to put Twin Dragon in this list,
yeah, but he's not. But he's not one of his ace monsters.
I know.
Okay, we'll move on. We still need to select.
So Junk Warrior F.
No,
just put him in A.
All
That's
right.
fine. I'll settle.
But I want you to be on the side. Like that's how this is supposed to go.
The thing is, I won't. Because I think he's B.
Why is he B?
He's just not Final Boy.
Why? Again, like.
The difference between
Dark Magician would Dark Magician would always would also die at times, but he would win more times than he would he would win more times than like other monsters like Junk Warrior. So I think he goes below. But Junk Warrior also was like consistently good and wasn't abandoned like these two.
Tell you what, I'll let you put him in A, but next time we reach an impasse like this, we'll go with my decision.
Okay. No, because you're gonna use that on the Ojamas.
No, I won't.
Yes.
I promise I won't.
If you promise to not use it on the Ojamas,
I promise.
then okay, we'll put him in A. But you can like do this, but not the Ojamas.
Fine.
Because we need to have a legitimate conversation about them. Okay. Okay. Neos.
D.
I don't say D.
D or C. And I know he has personality. I know. But he's fine. He's okay. That's my opinion on Neos.
Yeah, he's fine and he's okay. But can we put him in like lowest B tier? Because like.
As long as he's not above Flame Wingman, then
yeah,
fine.
no, I think absolutely. Flame. Let's also put this on. Isn't it annoying that like he got traded for Neos? Neos himself is never played. It's always a combination, and those combinations in real life suck.
Yeah,
they're really bad.
Neospatians really are bad. Like
I love them.
We love GX, but like
there's so many bad cards.
E-heroes are just.
I love them
always than Neospatians.
I made several decks from them back when I played physically more often. And they always suck.
They're just not good.
And like E-heroes have problems. You can work with them. They're not great, but like Neospatians, Jesus Christ.
Right, yeah, E-heroes definitely have problems sometimes. But
you can work with them. Neospatians, how the fuck do you work with them? Also, let's talk about how they have to write every single card to say also Neos, because he does not synergize with his entire thing, because he's just not named Neospatian. Elemental Hero Neospatian.
Like, always in parentheses, also counts Elemental Hero Neos.
Yeah, why wouldn't they just make him Elemental Hero Neospatian? Neospatian, yeah. That's why I say like lowest B tier. Because like C I will not accept, because C he does he's like
he has
cool spaceman.
Yeah. And he does have his own voice.
Yeah, that's something some of them don't have.
Also, he doesn't have a head in this picture.
Yeah, it's great. It's
so
just
everyone who's seen this but does not know what he looks like, just imagine Shrek's head.
Yeah, basically. Okay, Plasma.
B or C for me.
I'm gonna say B or C. I really like him. I love his design, but he doesn't get used much.
That is true. But when he is used, that's when like the first time you see him.
Ooh, he's terrifying.
Aster's like my real ace monster.
No. This is the one that he has to duel his adoptive father for.
Yeah. But when he gets it, it's like Destiny
Holy
Hero
shit.
Plasma. Like,
and he absorbs. Sure, he loses when he first uses it, but that's just kind of like he technically won in that duel because he saved his friend.
Right. I will say, he is a better copy of another monster on this list. So like this monster compared to what we'll get to later, this is definitely above that one.
Yeah. I'm making mental guesses of what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like the real card, like it sucks up a monster, it negates effects.
We'll get to it.
Oh.
So okay. So do you want to say B?
Above.
Here's.
You want to put him below the heroes? That's fair.
Yeah, I'd say because
I'm happy with that.
Because he does a lot of Neo stuff, but he's better at it. But also, he's not as good as Flame Wingman. Our personal tastes for that. So I like that B is our highest.
Yeah, B's are like.
B's are guys we like, but do not think deserve anything higher.
That's fair.
Okay. Rainbow Dragon.
Do you want me to make my case first?
Yeah, I want you to make your case first.
I'll put him at an A tier.
I'll accept that, actually.
Okay, because what I was going to say is, like, it's not just a monster in the deck. Like, the first time you hear about it, Jesse's like, I'm going to summon Rainbow Dragon! If I had it.
Yeah,
because then
that's such a great moment. I love that moment.
Everyone's like, wait, what? And, like, it's this whole big thing of, like, I have to find this card to use it. And then, like, it's just this whole big plot piece. It's not just a monster. It's a whole
and then,
show.
Yeah, there's a good build-up, and then, like, the getting to that moment is so good. And then when he finally gets, he's like, yeah! And then when he plays it in the duel against Marcel, I very much and agree that he has a problem that some of the other guys have where he's not used much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's kind of just dwarfed by what he is.
He really does feel like a final boy, and also like just when Jesse says the attack name over the rainbow. First off, that's cool.
Great name.
That's great.
Great name.
And like if you look at it, it's just this giant, like, angelic-looking dragon. You can't get much cooler than that.
I love it. And then I also want to say he is part of my favorite card one of my favorite cards of all time, Dark Rainbow Dragon.
Yeah.
I love that card because I got it in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, a Yu-Gi-Oh video game, and I used it, and I was like, oh, I actually really, quite frankly, I think it's a better card than Rainbow Dragon, but, you know,
easier to summon.
Yeah, way easier to summon. And again, if we look at it from the sense of, like, gameplay wise, again,
this whole list will change. We're going by gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay wise. Like, actually, you know what? Probably Dark Magician and Blue Eyes would still probably be pretty up there. I know. Listen, look at the rest of these guys. Like, these guys, they'd moved up here, but I still think that they would maintain, because they at least have fucking support.
They would not be S tier, though.
They would not be S, but they'd maintain, like,
they'd be above B.
Yeah, I think they'd
B
be
to above.
But anyway, it's Rainbow Dragon.
A.
Boom. And you know what? I'm even gonna say this.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, because as much as I do love Junk Warrior, one of my first synchros, I remember, and I remember getting the pack and looking at him and being so fucking happy. That was before I hated the new additions to Yu-Gi-Oh! Every single time.
I like his scarf.
Oh, he looks like a fucking nerd.
He's
I love
stylish.
him. Okay.
Right.
No, okay, I just want to point this out. No, the other Egyptian god cards are not on here.
I noticed that because they're not ace monsters.
They're really not. They're kind of
they're pseudo ace monsters.
It's also
like
it's arguable for Kaiba, but then at the same time, it's like it's iconic to Kaiba, but then at the same time, it's like not really his.
Yeah, but for Merrick and the Winged Dragon of Ra,
this was his boss monster.
Yeah.
It's what he threatened people with. He killed people with this. Winged Dragon of Ra. I want to argue a position, but I also want you to go. But I think I've been going second like multiple times now. I want to say I want to put him at S, maybe A.
Ooh. I'll agree with one of those. Actually, that is really hard.
Because, like, he was terrifying.
He really was terrifying.
He was so fucking scary as a kid.
And if I may, again, this is not going from gameplay mechanics. This is going from just...
Oh, yeah, no, he sucks
cool
in real life.
he sucks.
He's fucking awful.
Yeah, you know what? S tier I'll agree with.
Okay, S tier.
He's a solid ace monster in the show.
Oh, definitely. Now, do you agree that he goes behind these or anywhere in front of these?
He goes in front of Blue Eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
If we're going by pure boss monster, you're putting him above Blue Eyes?
Because, like, it's what we said before. Kaiba had, like, a few different, like, big boys to go to. And now Blue Eyes was his main big boy. But he also had Obelisk. So, like, for, again, like, a season and a half, however long he had Obelisk, it'd be like, I'm gonna summon my big, strong monster! And you're, like, going from, like, Blue Eyes, Obelisk, I don't know. But, like, anytime Merrick would be fighting, he'd be like, go, Winged Dragon of Ra! And you're like, oh, yes.
But can I also say is like, Blue Eyes had more consistency to him, where it was like, he would be played and then continue to be in the duel. He's the only boss monster that really has that, aside from Dark Magician, where it was like, he would be played in, like, if there was, like, 3 episodes there was coming, he would be played in episode 2 and still be in the rest. He would still do stuff, as opposed to Ra. I understand the boss monster aspect of it, where he'd be played last, and then only in the final duels he really ever linger on the field. But with that said, like, it still goes back to, like, I say Dark Magician Blue Eyes, people know him. Because he is as iconic to this, he's basically Pikachu. For, like, am I wrong? He's Yu-Gi-Oh's Pikachu!
I like, Pika Pika!
Also, that roar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, again, I love Ra as, like, a terrifying villain, but, like, Blue Eyes, I don't think anything beats him in, like, pure on the field
presence
and just iconicness to the series. I just think Dark Magician deserves to be above him because he's Dark Magician and
it's the whole Batman treatment.
Yeah, it really is.
Because it's Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with you putting Ra below Blue Eyes, but only for this one thing. The Ra teardrop in GX.
Oh my god, and then he's just, like, attached to, like, a thing, and then Jaden manages to beat him.
MS Paint tear just falls
Oh my
from
god,
his face.
yeah. That was weird.
I hope someone understands that.
Okay, this might just go for all Earthbound Immortals, because this was, Rex Goodwin's. I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
But I don't think he's F.
He's not definitely not F. I'd say okay. For Rex Goodwin's, I'll say C. Because
you see his symbol and there's build up to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him at B.
We also don't remember the names, so
it's also
they're really confusing. I believe they're Native American. I think.
Yes. I know Kokopakapu, but that's not on this list. But again, it's the big bad's big bad.
Yeah.
So I'd put him below all the B. I'd put him below Photon.
Because Photon Unleashed has some like a little bit.
You see it in more than like a duel.
Yeah. And then let's just do him while we're here.
I put him at D.
Yeah.
No, he's below Heartland.
Okay, that's what I thought. Again, we at least remembered that they exist. Fucking forgot about him entirely.
Yeah. Which Stark Signer was that one?
That was Rex Goodwin's brother.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason I let him in because he was like.
He was a pseudo big bad.
He was also the head of the Dark Signers.
So in that case, let's put him above Heartland because I forgot Rex had the whole brother thing. All right, who's next?
Red Dragon Archfiend.
Yeah. What do you think?
I really like him. Mm-hmm. To me, he has the same quality as like Junk Warrior and whatnot. And he is the spiritual successor to Blue Eyes, and I like what they do, where he's a spiritual successor, but also not just a fucking copy of Blue Eyes.
He's like a darker Blue Eyes.
Yeah, I'd argue somewhat A, maybe top of B.
And the Jack Atlas as a character, really cool. I like how he starts.
His voice is ridiculous.
Yeah. Speaking of, he voices the announcer in Pokemon Stadium.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
And he's also Bakura.
I should have known that.
Yeah. So Jack Atlas, super cool. He had the original Kaiba treatment, but then became like just a pal, just a bro,
just a genuine dude.
Yeah. So I like Jack way more than I like his monster. So for that case, I would put him in B tier.
Mm-hmm. But would you put him anything above or lower?
I'd put him definitely above Plasma and Neos, but I don't know if I'd put him above End Dragon or Flame Wing Man.
Here's the thing, I definitely would. Because aside from being like, he's also the card that runs closest with its actual use in the game.
Yeah. And
its actual use is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Also 3,000 with options to move on, which he often does. And there's actual like, I don't know, like his design I thought was just it's so unique to every other monster. I feel like him and Stardust, which we'll get to. They have, like, this weird dragon design that looks somewhat humanoid.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it, and I think as a boss monster it works, but also as your best friend's best card.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, I think we should start us after this one, too, because, like...
Because it's a lot of the same ground.
Yeah, as I look at them at the same time, I love how they're just, like, so similar. Just different sides of the coin. I love it.
I really enjoy them.
Like the white and blue next to the black and red,
and it contrasts, but also goes. They're greatly designed. Like that's, I think most of these are really well designed. Like
I'll tell you what I'll say. I'll go with you for putting him B. Mm-hmm. Where do you think he'd go in B? Because I
still say top.
Okay, I'll go with that. And then let's quick take care of Stardust Dragon. Now, Stardust, like you said, like it has a cool humanoid-esque dragon, like the Yusei's big boy. But I'd put him above Archfiend.
I agree with that.
He's just so useful.
He is, even to Yusei, he's useful.
Yeah.
To us as actual players, he's very useful.
Yeah.
To Yusei, he is just as useful. It almost seems.
Yeah.
But the question is, we're putting him above Archfiend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A or B.
I would.
I will let you make this call, because you let me make the previous call.
I would fight for A tier.
You want to agree? Then you still get to save that in the back of your pocket because I also agree with A tier.
Okay, and like now.
But okay, Junk Warrior, I love him. Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't be like, but Junk Warrior. Like,
do we put him anywhere above or do we put him above Rainbow?
I don't think so, because again, Rainbow had like
He did have a lot of build up too.
He did, but for a few episodes.
Yeah, but it was
Before he
really
got him.
good build up.
But then Rainbow, we had like a half a season.
True. We'll keep him there then.
And I want to say real quick, the year right now is 2020. I still use Stardust Dragon in certain decks.
Yeah.
Because he's very... I would say he's very good.
He's very...
But if used...
He's... You know
in
what
right
he has?
times, he's great.
Do you know what these two fucking have? Usable.
Versatility, yeah, they're pocket knives.
And you know what? You know what these guys don't have? Like, again, not this won't affect their ranking. These guys have usability without other cards.
That's fair.
And then I'm just gonna make that statement. They're better than those cards, just for that alone.
Yeah.
And moving on to a similar thing, the king of support,
Red Eyes.
Red Eyes. I want to argue top of A. I really want to argue top of A.
I'd go with that.
I think, but if I may play devil's advocate, whose boss monster is he?
Okay, I know...
Whose boss monster is he?
Okay, he came as Rex's, but then what makes him so cool is because Joey didn't have a boss monster. Nah, I'm not gonna count Flame Swordsman.
Yeah.
Joey didn't
That's why
have...
he's not on the list.
Joey didn't have, like, real boss monster. And he said to Rex, like, hey, you mook, I'm gonna take your best card. And he just became Joey.
Yeah, so he's Joey's.
Yes.
Name me every time he uses him.
He uses... Okay, I know it's Yugi's for
He
a while.
loses him for, like, most of
Alright.
the series.
Alright.
I love him so much, but, like, you rewatch it, and he's, like, gone.
Equally Yugi's card.
He's gone for most of it, but he's always known as Joey's card.
Well,
Even in the only duel that, like, Yugi uses him in, he's still known as Joey's card. And that is why it's almost, like, impressive. It's like he never uses him,
Alright.
but he's also, he is the cousin to Blue Eyes.
The hit cousin.
He's the hit cousin to Blue Eyes.
Two things, like, why I say it's Joey's card. Because, first off, in the Dark Side Dimensions movie, he shows Red Eyes, like, this is my best card. And second, in the Duel Links trailer, she's like, I'll find my best card. Red Eyes, Black Dragon. I'll take you on.
What does the guy say in the Duel Links? He goes, Dark Magician to wipe out life points.
With no monsters left in the field, I summon Dark Magician, attack you directly.
It doesn't make any
you
sense.
got me. Told you I'm a master.
It doesn't make any sense. I remember the month that we were just saying that over and over.
I still say it every once in a while. That commercial's
I
garbage.
It's so bad because he doesn't have anything on the field when we see it. He's like, no monsters left on the field. Like, why does that lead into him summoning another monster?
In the first frame where you see the field, there is a card in the middle, but when like you pan back to that same shot, they like blacked out the card on the field.
It's so funny.
I think it's like polymerization or something, just lying out. In the
field. They just handed this hot actor like a bunch of cards and went, fucking place him.
Act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and then
that's
place
what they
this
said.
one. Anyway, back to Red Eyes.
Yeah.
I think
A.
I think top of A.
Yeah.
You think
he's very memorable. I love Rainbow.
He's again super iconic.
Yeah.
Like almost as iconic as Blue Eyes, just not there. Also, we keep saying like not regarding the actual game, but we keep we should just say we kind of regard the game. It does influence it a little bit.
He's not good in the game.
He again though, what the other guys don't. What this guy doesn't. What this guy doesn't. What this guy doesn't. What so many of them don't is he's still possible.
Yeah.
So many of them aren't even fucking possible.
Yeah.
You couldn't make a fucking
A
Neo
pure
Space.
Neos.
Oh my god, no. Okay, moving on. The three sacred beasts. I put them together because they were used together.
Yes,
They're only ever used together.
I would not separate them.
No.
That would just make it more annoying.
Maybe top of C.
I would say top of C is good because again they were like built up for a season.
But they also suck.
But they also suck.
They're literally just carbon fucking copies of the Egyptian god cards. Yeah. I think there might be lore as to reason why, but either way, they're fucking stupid and they're terribly designed, I think they look awful.
They look like just edgier versions of the gods.
But with that said, the episodes of which they appear are fucking good.
Yeah. Like
they're really good episodes despite them.
Yeah.
And like they just stand there. That's the other thing. They don't attack. They just stand there and let their lightning hit or something.
Yeah. Top of C is good.
Okay.
All right, Shinato.
Shinato, not Shinato's arc. Shinato.
F.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like first off, I don't even know why you added Noah's boss.
Because I just want to. Because everyone forgets Noah's boss monster.
First off, like in a name, in Yu-Gi-Oh. Now I get like we have Yugimoto, Tristan. Actually, Tristan's a normal name.
You picked the worst example.
We have Seto Kaiba, Yugimoto, Noah. It's like someone's like.
Dude. Also, Noah and Arc. Wow.
Yeah.
Good one. Also,
First time I saw that, I thought it was actually pretty cool, though.
Can we talk about how Shinato, he appears, and Noah, like, simulates into him, and then loses. And then, like, the Arc did more in that duel when he was with Kaiba, and then Yugi's like, I'll take his life points! And then, that was the worst Yugi impression ever. He does more as the fucking Arc.
Yeah.
Than as Shinato.
Yeah. He's F. He's below.
I don't know if I'd say here. I still like that season. I defend that season.
It's a fine season. I have nothing against it.
But like, here's the thing. You may say bottom of F. What's his name?
Ouch.
What's his name? Shinato. You know it.
Ouch.
So that's why I'm going to have to say that.
Fine. Just for
you
my
win
own
to F
blunder.
tier. I hope you're happy. We're gonna skip him for now. Thousand Eyes Restrict.
This is what I was talking about before. It's just... Now, we did say it's Thousand Eyes, right? Not Millennium Eyes?
That's also a good point to say that maybe he's not the best.
Okay, we're gonna say Thousand Eyes. Now, Millennium Eyes... Okay, just...
I think it is Thousand Eyes, because I don't think he uses Millennium Eyes.
Right, okay. For all you players who play the game in real life, yes, we know, Anti-Ash Blossom Millennium Eyes, good. Very good card. Not using that one, though. We're using Thousand Eyes. Thousand Eyes, I use frequently in the normal game, but I would not put it above Plasma. Because it's just not as good Plasma.
So what are you're saying, B?
I would say either below Neos or in C tier.
He's top C. He's top C for me.
Fair.
Because he is just nothing in regards to what the fuck with, like, Pegasus's deck was tunes, and then he whips out this shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Now, in the show, it was terrifying to look at.
Oh my god, and I remember logging on to 4kids.com and watching those episodes and being so fucking mystified as to how and it was terrifying because it was the juxtaposition. But if we had to look at him as a boss monster, at least these other guys, with the exception of maybe the Sacred Beast, no, I would say they have personality, but like with the exception of like Sacred Beast, they fit with their deck somewhat.
Yeah, that is true.
But like the tunes,
I summon Toon Rabbit. That's an awful Pegasus, whatever. And then
Yugi boy.
Yugi.
Wait, do your Yugi. Do your Yugi impression.
Don't do weeds, kids.
So what we're learning is that my shitty Pegasus impression is better than your Pegasus impression, but your shitty Yugi is better than my shitty Yugi.
Kaiba.
So top C.
Top C. That's fair.
Okay. Because he has something over all of these guys, but he also is like nobody you'd remember. Like I'm pretty sure I go, oh yeah, and Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Yeah.
Utopia.
Let's do Ubel next.
Okay. Ubel. That's Ubel Ultimate Nightmare, I believe is the name.
Yeah. C.
C, definitely C.
C, yeah.
Okay.
But
where are we placing her?
Above Sacred Beast, between Thousand Eyes. Actually, not say that out loud, maybe before both of them.
Because, I don't know, because like...
It had a ton of build-up.
It had a ton of build-up, but also... I don't know, like, I remember being really bored when that episode...
I wouldn't put B, definitely not.
I remember being very bored with it. Like, it had a lot of build-up, but then if the build-up doesn't pay off, like, what is the point?
That is true.
Like, I really think... Because I just kept... Because, like, I kept being scared of the whole point of, like, all of that happening, but at the same time, like, this is the point where I just went, okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. So what are we doing with her?
Above Sacred Beast, right?
Okay, we all can agree.
Do you think he is above or below Thousand Eyes?
I guess it is a they. I should be saying that. I don't know, because they like... It's hard. Because Thousand Eyes, to me, as a guy that watched it, that was a moment that I remember.
Yeah.
I remember Thousand Eyes being whipped out.
Yeah.
But Yubel...
You remember normal Yubel, but you don't think about the future
Because the
Yubels.
scaling was, like, weird with that card, where it was, like, the second level I thought was, like, huge, and then they went, what if we then blew it the fuck up again?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So
you think between the two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but here's the other thing. We had an entire season of, like, really fun duels to build up to the Sacred Beasts. And when they came, while disappointing, still had somewhat. Yubel had really good build-up that we kind of feel we got bored of.
I'd say... I personally, I'd stay with what I'm saying. If we had, like, just normal Yubel, like, just base form Yubel, I'd put her maybe bottom of B. But the fact that we're going, like, the Yubel after Yubel, the third Yubel, finally.
So...
You feel me?
I still strongly feel what I said, but if I want to relinquish that, like, power to
relinquish?
Yu-Gi-Oh humor. I'll give it to you, like, as our disagreement. Like, that's your win for that. Like, I won't argue against that.
Don't fight me on this.
Ow! Okay, so Utopia.
Utopia is an A tier monster.
Bottom A.
Bottom A? Yeah.
Bottom
okay,
A.
Fair. Because, like, in the show, he was great. In real life, he is still great.
Fine.
By himself, fine. His extensions, wonderful. Just like, hey, you're attacking me, my boss? No.
He does have the good A thing where he's just is like, he does his thing and he does it pretty well. He stays on the field for a while.
Like, if you look at him, like, stylized, I like to see him as just, like, Neos, but with cool stuff.
Yeah, and also you notice how he, like, takes over Neos' body right there.
Oh my gosh, like...
He can't leave that spot.
The top part of Neos is just, like, the waist up of Utopia.
Oh, his forearms?
Yeah, with two swords
Oh my god,
and wings.
did we just create the best...
Dude, our OTP?
Okay.
F.
No! We can't go in F!
Z tier.
It's
not F.
They can hold you. No. I love the Ojamas.
Let's make a Chaz tier.
I wish you had said that to me earlier, that I would have made a Chaz tier.
Put everything but Ojamas in Chaz.
It goes above S.
Actually, it goes below the dirt. Now,
I'm folding my arms like a carrot.
William, do you want to describe why you feel so strong about these freaks of nature?
They consistently help him. And
no,
they are...
not the show. I want to hear you.
Oh, why I like them?
Yeah.
Oh, because they're fucking annoying. Because, like, their whole thing in the actual game is just, fuck you. And, like, their designs are perfect for it. You don't want your opponent to play them if you do not like them. They're perfectly designed. Their actual art is technically a mechanic when it comes to the idea of it. You don't want them on the field.
I hate them.
Exactly. They're the most detestable creatures, and that's their whole point. And they do it perfectly, so perfectly that you hate them.
So whatever tier they go in, I would put it one tier higher if they gave Ojama King his normal voice.
S.
I'd give him SS tier if he kept his cool man voice, not the I'm gonna go play Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, that was his original voice.
Oh, then if they gave him,
he
always had his cool
up
voice.
to it, buddy.
Yeah, if he always had a up to it, buddy, I'd put him like triple S tier. That voice alone.
Here's the thing.
But he doesn't, so he's
Here
F.
is the thing. He cannot be F. For one, we remember him. 2, so much character. 3, we're going to all...
3, you promised.
3, you promised. 3, they consistently help. Chaz, when he uses them, he wins.
Yeah, and even... Okay. Now...
You notice how Armed Dragon isn't on here?
Yeah.
I fucked up. But also... but also, like, when you think of Chaz, like...
You think Ojama.
You think Ojamas. And, like, and he has... There's such a great foil to him as a character and actually help him learn shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he has these giant mechas, and he has the armed dragons. And
loses.
what does he do? Even when he's evil and joins the Society of Light, he still uses them to win with Ojama Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are consistent.
Yeah.
And when he loses? When he throws away the Ojamas.
Yeah.
Because that's when he dulls Jaden.
Yeah, and with the Ojamas.
With the Ojamas.
I was gonna say.
And then Chaz, what breaks Chaz out of his hypnosis? The Ojamas.
Yeah.
He sacrifices himself for the Ojamas.
Remember me, boss! I will say, if we had to rank the separate Ojamas, I'd put them, like, black on bottom, yellow middle, and then green on top. Only because...
Just the phrase black on bottom.
Okay, just don't take it out of context.
Exactly.
Like, green...
I hope this one explodes, so, like, somebody will take that out of context.
Hitatsumi Giant, I love. Green is little Hitatsumi Giant. Yellow, memorable. And then Ojama Black,
I love him, personally, because he's an Ojama, but at the same time, I just love how he's like, I'm the gruff one.
He's just so ugly. I hate looking at him. Like, I hate looking at Yellow because the eye sucks, but, like, I don't know.
But, like, dude, again, you're arguing that they're ugly. So, like, that's like, no, don't touch the mouse. That's like arguing that, like, oh, I hate the sky because it's blue.
I do.
It does it does its thing.
Blue is a stupid
I hate
color.
air because I can breathe it. It's doing its function. I hate microwaves because it warms things.
Alright, what do you think Ojamas belong in?
Top A.
No.
Why?
No.
Explain to me why.
They're not top A.
Explain to me why.
I'll settle for A, they're not top.
Top A.
No.
Top A.
Absolutely not.
Top.
We're not gonna go in the order of Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Winged Dragon overall, Ojama,
Okay.
Red Eyes, Black Dragon.
Bringing in the game again. Ojamas are usable.
Yeah, they're not
Ojamas
good.
are usable.
Yeah, that's like me saying, oh, the Sacred Beast structure deck's coming.
Guess
That's
what?
good.
Guess what? More usable than him. More usable than him.
Mhm.
And if that's our ranking, again, we gotta
Not
put
more
him on top.
usable than people like Utopia.
Yeah. But again, I'm only throwing that in to beat those two.
Okay, then.
But then,
if you're going with that, then we have to move Utopia up too.
But guess what? More character than these three. And actually directly affect the fucking story.
Yeah, you want to hear my
They
counter?
directly affect the fucking
Do you
story.
want to hear my counter argument for that?
What?
Gross.
No!
I'll go mid A.
No! I will accept nothing but top A! This is why I said no to you using that on the Ojamas.
See, I didn't say F.
You did say F several times.
That's a joke.
Shut up!
So, you want to hear a
That's
joke?
not how that works!
Do you want to hear a joke?
Dude, you say the
The
fucking
Ojamas.
Ojamas. I fucking swear to God. Like, I stopped facing
Okay,
I
wait.
stopped facing the microphone.
You know what? I'll accept Ojama's top A if you put Moki Moki in here.
I can't right now.
Sorry. Sorry.
I physically...
Sorry.
While we're recording, like, I'm not gonna stop the recording. He's not a rival. We agreed on those rules. He's not, like, Jaden's rival.
I don't care.
That's not how this works.
Hey, you're putting all 4 Ojamas in there.
Because you need all 4. The whole point is that they're Chaz's aces. I'm sorry, when you play Duel Links, Chaz literally goes, when he places Ojama Yellow, you're the ace of my deck, no foolin'.
Okay, then just make it Ojama Yellow. If we're going, we're going just Ojama Yellow, I would do this.
Oh, if you're saying that for the all the Cyber Dragons, they wouldn't fucking move.
But we're not using all the Cyber Dragons, are we? You have 4 of those little crappers in one picture. Tell you what, are we just going off Ojama Yellow then?
No.
Okay, then F.
No, not F. They're not going in F.
Tell you what.
No.
I'll compromise. Because
You're
I'm a
gonna say
good
D.
friend.
F
If we move
Top of F.
if we move Red Eyes below Rainbow and move Utopia above Junk,
then Ojamas get to be top of A.
fine.
Fuck yeah.
Also, Ojamas have to be F.
Nope, you agreed.
And Moki Moki is S tier. You have to agree to that.
Top of A.
Moki Moki is S tier.
No, they're not.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Moki Moki is S tier.
No.
Okay,
Because he's
said
not
it.
on the list.
All right, thanks, William.
He's
It was
not
fun.
on the list.
All right, everyone.